Okay. Hello, this is Andrew, and in this screencast I want to show you the installation process for Hello, this is Andrew. In this screencast I want to take a few minutes to show you the installation process of the Visual Studio CodeRush and Refactor Pro productivity tools I've done for SharePoint. Hello, this is Andrew. Cut, cut, cut. This is Andrew, and in this screencast, cut, cut, cut. Hello, this is Andrew, and in this screencast, I'll take a few minutes to show you the installation process for the Visual Studio CodeRush and Refactor tools for SharePoint developers that I've created. What you'll see here on the screen is just standard desktop. I've downloaded the zip file from my site that contains all the tools. We take a look at this guy and see what's inside. What you'll see is a couple assemblies. These contain all of the different plugins that are going to be included inside the tools for CodeRush and Refactor. A set of dynamic lists, the templates that you're going to import, and then an install bat file. There are two installation options. One of them is the manual process. The next one is the semi-automated process. So let me first show you the manual process. The easiest way to do the manual process is to probably go ahead and open up Visual Studio. Once Visual Studio opens, go to the Dev Express menu, select About, and this is going to give us two buttons, Settings and Plugins. Now, if you click on the Plugins menu or button, it's going to take you to the Plugins directory, and you can see where the path of it is in the Windows Explorer at the top. What you need to do here is grab the four assemblies and drop them into the Plugins directory. The next thing you need to do is to go into the settings. So click on the settings button. You'll see where that is inside of the profiles. Go to settings, go into the core folder. Open it up this way so you can see where I am. So I'm inside of developer, documents and settings, administrator, the user, application data, CodeRush for VSNet, 1.1, settings, core. What you need to do here is copy in the dynamic lists for SharePoint types INI file and drop him in right here. The last thing we need to do is to go back into Visual Studio and say Dev Express Options. We're then going to select inside the editor node, select templates, switch the language over to XML, right click on the template area and say I want to import templates, and pick the XML file, XML_SharePoint.xml, to load all the templates. And you'll see all the templates get loaded. Now that's the manual process. Next I'm going to show you the automated process. Now I want to show you the semi-automated process of installing the necessary files for these utilities, these productivity tools. Again, I'm just got the zip file from the site that contains all the stuff associated with this guy. There's a install.bat file, and what he's going to be able to do is automate the process of deploying these four assemblies, deploying this INI file, but then unfortunately manually you're going to have to come in and import the XML file. So if I run the bat file, and then fire up Studio. Now once Visual Studio loads, the next thing we have to do is import the templates. I go Options, DevExpress Options menu, go to Templates, select XML, the XML for the language, right click on this area here and say Import Templates, and then import the XML file, XML_SharePoint, to get all the templates. And then just to make sure everything else installed okay, a couple things you can check here. If you go to Dynamic Lists, say Neutral, it didn't get the SharePoint types. So Visual Studio's loaded. The next thing we have to do is to import the templates. So to do that, I'm going to say DevExpress, Options, pick Templates, so the next thing to do is that once Visual Studio is loaded, is to import the templates. So to do that, I'm going to go to the DevExpress menu and say Options, select Templates, right click on the Templates pane, select Import Template, and pick the XML file that contains the templates. And then you'll see we have all the templates. Hit OK, all the templates are in. The only other thing I want to point out here is that if you did the manual process of installing, or if you did the automated process with Visual Studio that was open, know that for Visual Studio and CodeRush to see all the plugins that were deployed and the dynamic lists, Visual Studio has to be reloaded. So you would have to close it and then go right back in and refresh it to launch it.